Hello my friends, I'm Leeanna, a third-degree Wiccan High Priestess, as well as a non-denominational Christian Ministress. All in all, I like to refer to myself as an eclectic spiritualist. I feel that there is no religion that's entirely right and no religion that's entirely wrong. And eclectic spiritualist means that I don't have to tag and title myself to any specific group, and I don't like to do that. I'm here to talk to you today about religion in general, eclectic spirituality, and Wicca. Wicca is my base religion, although in my first 18 years I studied Christianity in Baptist, Pentecostal, and non-denominational. In my last 3 years I studied to be a non-denominational Christian Ministress. And when I had finished that, I had decided that there were many different paths in life, and I had been beaten down by other Christian within that religion, specifying that everything that anybody does is wrong and so forth, and I don't feel that anyone should have that accorded to them based around the fact that this is what they were told from the oldest generations. Well, if they go back to the oldest generation, we had a stack of the Old Testament Bibles. And I don't know if you remember this, probably not, it's from older generations, that a stack of King James Version of the Old Testament that was 2.5 feet high, and that's laying them down one on top of the other, you know, and Lord have mercy, the books were 2.5 inches, 3 inches thick. Each Bible of each book of the Old Testament was 2.5 to 3 inches thick, and you have to wonder what happened between this high, actually higher, and this, which is what we've got now and what we're studying in now within the Christian religion. Nonetheless, I mean, you know, and I may catch a lot of negative flack, a lot of bad reviews due to Christians that disagree with what I'm saying that are listening to this now, you know, and maybe even from the Wicca, though I truly doubt it, considering that Wiccans generally are very flexible and bendable, and you know, like to view themselves as a loose-knit religion anyway, as it should be, considering that Wicca today is based around what we feel that it used to be, and everybody's got an opinion of that. True witchcraft was lost like centuries ago when Harold and Kramer introduced the Malleus Maleficarum, which was the witch's hammer, and we were driven underground at that point and didn't resurrect until Gerald Gardner, Margaret Murray, and another good writer actually resurrected it in the early 1960s. Let's see. All I'm here to talk to you today about is, you know, basic loose-knit religion. Let's see, the way I like to undertake it. I mean, everybody is different, like I say, and you have different tribes within Wicca that you could adhere to, which is Gardnerian, Alexandrian, Seax Wicca, and many more. You know, but you don't have to tag or title yourself in any way, form, or fashion. Much moreover, you don't have to participate within groups, covenants, or anything like that, and you don't have to be solitary if you don't want to. There are many, many different choices out there, and I would seriously gather up all the information I possibly could on groups or Wicca in general and read everything I could before I either tag and title myself, join a covenant, or decide to be solitary, you know. And study your deities and study the different practices. That way, if you do enter into a covenant or group, then you won't be caught off guard. If you don't know what they're doing, then you don't know how to feel about this particular group of people. And you can accidentally end up in a group of bad people. I mean, any religion has its good sources and bad sources. It has its good families and bad families, if that's the way you would like to refer to them. You know, you could get caught up in some pretty nasty business if you enter into a group that call themselves pagans and they end up being Satanists, which, by the way, Satanists are not pagan culture, because Satanism was derived from the Christian culture based around ideas and concepts that they have from the earliest days, and consist of one of the beings of the 72 original fallen angels of God. Let's see. Nonetheless, you know, just basically being at one with each other, at one with the earth, doing unto the others, you know, the way you would have them do unto you, respecting everybody and all things, and understanding that it all has a place in the world, even the bad, whether we want to face that or not. I mean, we all have our trials and tests, but those have reasons to them, and they teach us things. I mean, how can one obtain eternal or infinite knowledge to become at one with a higher power, regardless of what religion you actually follow, if you are not subjected to that? If you do not come face to face with all people, all things, different belief systems, how can you become at one with the eternal, with that which is infinite? I mean, regardless of what face or name you like to tag it with, the thing is we all strive for one higher purpose, and that's to be at one with the infinite. Whether we die and we automatically resurrect within the Christian belief, wade into a place of rest until we're called to become at one with Jesus Christ, or whether we go through life, we recycle, we get reborn again, and so that we can get it right or better on the next life, and then hopefully throughout the lives that we do come back, we obtain all the knowledges and wisdoms that we need to actually rise to become at one with the higher power, be it Diana and Cronunnos, Buddha, Jesus Christ, etc. I mean, we all strive for that higher place, and yet everybody is at war with each other, and nobody knows why, except that this way is right. No, this way is right. Well, wrong. Right now, I am a non-denominational Christian Ministress, as well as a third-degree Wiccan High Priestess, also a practitioner within the Buddhist beliefs, and many other things, and I am living proof that all of these things can walk hand in hand together, regardless of what Tom, Jane, Dick, or Harry has to say about it. It's really irrelevant what they think, considering that the religion that you are to be happy in is the one that you feel strongest about, and that's going to come from inside of you. Even the Bible itself says that the temple of God is within you. What does that say to you? To them it says, you know, that you're to respect your body and keep it holy and blah blah blah, you know, within the Christian belief. And within the Wiccan belief, what it says is that, you know, your belief system comes from within inside you. And it's made up of all the ideals and concepts that you've been taught throughout your lifetime or lifetimes. And you can gather together within your one vessel of understanding to the degree that you know, it is what you create it to be. So, you know, me, I'm very flexible about all of it. I believe that I need to go through my day. I mean, God knows. I mean, there's so much to do in the typical day that, you know, you can't sit here and make religion your entire life and be a fanatic about it like some like to do within whatever religion. You know, I like to go through my day. I do like to stop and take tea with my husband and with the deities at least once a day. And I do like to help other people with the magics that they need done within their daily life, as long as it's of a positive and light aspect of things. I talk to anybody and everybody, whether they're Christian, Wiccan, or whatever. And as long as they are peaceful within my realm, then they're welcome. I'll let anybody come in and be a part of me. But if at any time my space becomes anything other than peaceful, then I do something about it. And that is because of my free will, which was gifted to me by whichever deity that you want to look at it as. I was gifted my free will to be able to act and be any way I want within my realm and be good to others, you know. And as long as I'm good, then, and everybody else around me is good, then we're all good. But if at any time that it becomes other than peaceful, then I need to clear my field, bust down to basics. That means just me, or just me and my husband if he's not the one being negative, and do what I would typically do, because that's my life. That's how I live it. I have a psychic shop within Liberty, Texas, and before that it was a retail goods shop for spiritual and Wicca goods, as well as any other religious things. I carried all magical, you know, and spiritual tools, as well as herbs, incenses, oils, all of this, you know. Although the Christians didn't like to agree with it, and a few came in and tried to give me hell, and I showed them the door, you know, saying, okay, you know, hey, you know, if you're going to sit here and talk to me bad in front of my son, actually he's my nephew, but I've been helping to raise him for a very long time, but if you're going to sit here and talk bad about me and what I do in front of my own blood relatives that I'm teaching to actually be relaxed and flexible to all religions as it is, you know, and you're sitting here trying to teach my son by talking negative to me and in a very bad way, actually showing him how bad you really are, you know, and proving my case all the more, giving me something to use for his knowledge tool, you know, a good and prime example of how people can be. Nonetheless, you're not welcome in my space whatsoever, and I have a right to say this. Nonetheless, you know, in all reality, what I'm venturing to do is to start a series of witchcraft videos. And these are tools that will be for sale on the market. But before I did that, I wanted you to give me a prime idea as to whether you would like to hear more from me and from the content that I have to give to you before I actually do this. And I won't start this project for at least a year if I decide to do it. And like I said, it depends on how many hits this gets on YouTube or not, how well people take to me, the comments that I get, you know, from you will help to decide that. Now, I do love all religion, and I have studied to be a Christian Ministress, as well as a third-degree Wiccan High Priestess, and all other religions as well. And our content won't go that much into Christianity because what I'm more in tune with these days is Wicca religion. And so basically, that's what my videos will be about, is Wicca and eclectic spirituality, I don't really like to sit there and compare Christianity to Wicca, and so I don't hold it to that. But my base religion is Wicca, and that's exactly what it is that I would like to talk about with you. You know, and somewhat to do with other religions as it comes up. As I introduce you to actually my lifestyle, which actually has a lot of shamanic structure to it, as you would find, as well as Wicca structure. Mostly Wicca structure, but you'll find some shaman in it. And, you know, the belief system that actually is most growing throughout the world right now. So bear with me on this, and I'll be talking to you more about this. Bye-bye.